Are we just gonna go for it? Oh my god. Is it happening? I never know. It's like this every time. Let me see if I can find it. Here we go. And then find the control room. Because we're super professional. We're super professional. We're super. I could find the control room earlier and I can't find it now. Why? I blame my brain more than anything. I know this has got to be like super. Oh, there it is. Super exciting for y'all. At least I'm learning. Presumably. Yay! We did it. Okay. Just literally every time I do this, I'm just like, I don't know if this is working. Alright, anyway, we're going to do a little bit of watercoloring today. And, alright, it's all set up. Good. Put the phone away. Forgot some things, like an eraser. I kind of need that. Some tape. Woo! Alright, we got tape. I forgot water. I knew I forgot something. I forgot the most important thing. If you're gonna frickin' watercolor, you need water, right? Alright, one moment. And let's change our view. Voila. So I got my other camera. So that's pretty much set up. And let me show you what we're going to work on. I forgot what I called this one. I think this one is Drogon. This isn't Drogon. We'll look later. We'll look later. For now, it's just, you know, another dragon. And oh my god. There's like another thing I forgot. Oh well. Anyway, we're going to color this guy. We're going to have a little bit of fun. And hopefully it won't hurt too much. And I need my brush. Let me get that. Still need to erase some stuff here. So I have spent most of the day today baking. I started the day off baking some poissons, which are a mixture of pretzels and croissants. And I was doing that with some members of the Mancers Union Discord. See if we can get it good. That should work. We had a lot of fun. There was some success. There's a little bit of failure. Things happened. Biscuits got burnt. You know how it is. But we had a lot of fun, and after yoga class, I came back to my place, and I had like leftover like yeast culture, and I was like, I should do something with this leftover yeast. So I also made just straight up pretzels. I don't know if I think I explained this earlier. A poissonsel is a pretzel and a croissant. I just like to say croissant together. And they're very delicious. They have a very unique kind of texture. Like, imagine a fluffy baked pretzel exterior and a little bit of a flaky interior of the croissant. The croissant. So anyway, like I was saying, when I got back, obviously after yoga, I was kind of hungry. And I was like, well, I could make more pretzels. So I made like garlic cheesy pretzels. And they turned out very good. So that's how my day's been going. How's your day been going? Hopefully it's been good. Alright, I'm going to start mixing colors here. I'm going to, this dragon's going to be pretty green. In fact, I might want, I don't even know if you can see that all that well. This is a little too much blue for this green. Here, I can even, look, we'll move this so you can just watch me do this process. You gotta move that hand, obviously, if you want to watch, though. It just needs, like, a little bit of yellow. Just a touch. Like so. We'll mix that. And usual kind of schemata, for this dragon. I'm going to go for 2 different colors. This green's going to be the main, body color. Alright, so I need to get my space ready. Tape it down. Got a little bit of paint on the canvas. We can fix that later. We can fix that in post. And get an AI to edit it out. Hell, I can just get an AI to paint the whole thing. What if I did that? I'm not gonna do that. That would be boring. That's what I think. That'd be very boring. Coding and painting and prompting are all very different things. And I like to paint. I might have to... Here, let me... You can't really see his face. Now I'm lit up like Christmas. What if I did... Just mess with the lighting real quick. That's good. It's a little better. Alright, here we go. So, as usual, with these kind of things, I have to kind of determine where I want to start. Where's good. Also, I would prefer to have some of my paper towel at the ready, just in case. Always good to have. Always a little nervous right before a brush hits paper. Oh my god. So we're going to start the tail. That's going to be the easiest part. I'm thinking right now, I want the end of the tail to be a different color. So, you know, I think I've talked about this in the past, but this is my usual, like, protocol is, like, start with the easy part first. And then move to the next hard part, and then the next harder part, and you just work like that until somehow you finished what you started, right? That's my general procedure. That's how I like to work. It's helped me get a lot of stuff done. It helps me kind of deal with those like initial, you know, that the initial bit of like anxiety and jitters and just like, I don't know, this is gonna be weird, all that stuff. So I'll just like paint over with this color, by the way, and then I'll add another color afterward. But like I was saying, if you just start somewhere where you know you got it, you know, like you can lock it in, then it gets easier after that. You just take it like little bit by little bit. When you do it like that, I don't know if, well, you know, maybe anything is possible. I'm not going to say it's not, because what do I know? But it does make things a lot easier, that's for sure. So next is a little feetsy. Wish I could remember what I named this one. It's not Nargod. It's something. It's like, is this one Ragdon? It might be Ragdon. But yeah, here we go. Feet. Like so. And I'm actually, you know, I could see a potential problem showing up here, which is that I could run out of paint, which is a little bit, I don't know, that's a little bit concerning. It might not happen, might happen, we'll see. If it does happen, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Maybe I'll have just enough to do what I need to do. But here we go. But these like color shapes are always a little bit challenging. Always kind of leave me feeling a little unconfident, right? And that's okay. I mean, all artists, I think, deal with that on some level. If there are artists who don't, well, that'd be incredible, quite frankly. Hey, you should, if you want to, Boglebog, break out those watercolors. I find it to be a lot of fun and pretty relaxing. Let me, Alright, here we go. Here comes the hard part. So, as I've said in the past, the idea here is you just like get as much territory covered as you can where it makes sense to do so, and you go back and you just clean up with a smaller brush. So far so good. A little bit concerned about drawing faster than I want to on me. But so far, not a problem. Really big problem here is the head. Need to make sure. Okay. Just get in, get it done. Whew. Okay, that wasn't so hard. I was a little bit worried for a second. That was the hardest part, so that's out of the way. It's all downhill from here. And like I said, he's got like these funny kind of like wing ears. But they will be appropriately, I think I'm just going to use the same sort of color that I use for the tail, which I have not determined yet what that color is. I just figured like I'll think about that for a second while I'm letting the paint dry for a bit. And something I'm planning on doing this week is I'm going to stream my landscape painting process, which should be interesting because that's a very organic process. That's about like, that's peak Bob Ross. And it's very difficult, you know, like I'm going to have to try and explain to some extent like what my process is, like how it makes sense. And we'll see how it goes. But this upcoming week, I get back into production of The Legend of Redneck, which I'm looking forward to. And I'll probably be streaming some of that, probably mostly during the day, but maybe in the evening too. I know a lot of people are at work during the day, so they're not really available to watch that stream. Alright, so we've done the most difficult part, and I'm kind of looking at it right now and thinking to myself, might want to do another pass. Just because I'm noticing, and it's probably not obvious from the camera, but like the leg is kind of a slightly darker saturation or deeper saturation, if you will. Although maybe it won't matter. I don't know. Give me a second to like think on this. Because I'm also going to do shading, so like, I don't know. Maybe it won't matter. But I guess I'm doing it anyway. So, my right hand made the decision for me. That happens sometimes. uh, so really, I'm just kind of going in, and it's like, right now, I'm thinking about this second wash as almost like pre-shadow to an extent, but I might extend it all the way up to the head. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Playing it by ear. Yeah, so we're just going to go all the way up to the head, because why not? So what do y'all think for the tail and the wings? Like something more towards a darker bluish color, or more towards like a brownish color? I'm thinking towards a brownish color right now. I think if I want to go towards brownish, probably going to want to mix. Well, I have a lot of. Let me just check this palette out. Just a lot of good options there. I don't think I'm gonna go with blue though. I don't think that's the color to go with. Yeah. But at the same time, oh man. Maybe I should go with blue. This is the hardest part. It really is. Alright, I'm just gonna start going. Okay, so that's like a natural gray. That could work. Maybe a little. Okay, that could work. You know what? I'm just gonna start mixing colors and just like. We'll see what happens. Because red and green kind of make like a. So there are certain colors, when you mix them together, they create. I don't remember what the terminology is that they use in art school, but I think it's something to the effect of like natural gray. And they're very good colors for like if you want to create value, as in like shadows, you know, lighting stuff, things like that. Which I might end up just using this color I just mixed for shadows. Maybe I'm just gonna like keep them all green. But I don't know, that doesn't seem. It just doesn't satisfy me. So I'm gonna get out the umber. I'm gonna go for burnt. the burnt umber. The overcooked umber. And I'm gonna mix that with a little bit of a dark green, like a little bit, like a tiny bit. I don't want to do a lot, but just enough. That was too much. Oops. Well, that is an interesting color. I think it's because, oh, is it because I used the Viridian? Alright. You know what? We're going to go with that color. It's kind of a darker color than I was expecting. But I kind of like it. Let's see how it turns out. Wish me luck. And already I'm looking at it, I'm like, I might have to do multiple passes. Multiple washes, whatever term you want to use. Paper's starting to curl up. Ooh. I mostly like how that looks. So that must mean I'm on the right track. Oh, this is a messy one. This is a very messy painting. Because there's a bunch of little like specks that you probably don't see on the camera. You can kind of see one of them. I'll just have to really go at it with a gel pen later. Alright. Get out the wings. Alright. I think it's working. Beef Cat. Matt, I love your stuff, especially your newer watercolor scenery stuff on Twitter that you post. Much love and hope all is well. Also, your streams fill in the Bob Ross voids I've had lately. Good stuff. Well, thank you, Beef Cat. I'm glad you enjoy it. I'm probably, I'm probably gonna do a couple little adjustments here. Just because there's sort of an extreme, let me finish this real quick and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Or what I'm thinking about right now. Weird wing ears. Okay. So, probably pretty obvious on the camera, but actually it looks kind of good on the camera. There's sort of, like I've let the white of the paper sort of act as like this reflection, like lighting reflection kind of thing that's happening. Um, it's just kind of extreme on these areas where I use this darker color. And so I'm kind of wondering if I want to like go in and just touch it up a bit so it's not like It just seems a little too intense. So I might use a lighter saturation color to just kind of. Maybe I shouldn't mess with it. Maybe I won't mess with it. Maybe I'll make that decision after I do the shadow work. All right. Although this shadow, I don't know, the shadow color is pretty much the same color that I was using on the tail and the wings, which means I gotta make some decisions in a second. Things went awry. Ugh. Things did not go as planned. They really did not. I mean, the more obvious decision for me to make right now is I just need to make another pass then. That's how it goes. Problems occurred. And I don't know if I really like thought through the color scheme I was using. So I've got to make, you know, I got to come up with solutions on the fly. So probably what I'll do is I'll take probably some kind of bluish color. And throw that in. I think that probably makes the most sense. And that was what I was avoiding originally. Because I didn't want, I don't know, I didn't want him to look too much like another dragon I worked on, but he really doesn't. I mean, it would be very difficult. This green is such a, like, particular green. I don't think he's going to look too much like any of the other characters that I worked on already. Oh yeah, there's going to be a lot of cleanup on this one. Whole lot of cleanup. Ooh, and there was one other thing I'm gonna do too, because I want him to have, I want it to look like he's like breathing some flames. So like that's another thing I want to do. All right. So next, I already have a blue I can work with too. Ugh. It's turning into a mess. A god dang mess. All right. So using this, like, this is basically a hyper violent blue. I don't know. This is probably a phthalo. I'm gonna drop this down. Yeah, this is phthalo. I really don't know what to call Phthalo other than violent. It's like the most. It's one of the more violent colors you can like get out of the tube. Just gonna go in, put this down, and we're gonna spend a lot of time with the gel pen today to clean up this this mess that I've made. You know, hurrying a little bit too much, feeling a little distracted at times just because I'm having a difficult time making some decisions for this particular painting. It'll work out. Alright. Almost there. Alright. Let's let that dry for a second. Oh. So y'all can see that better. Yeah, that's much better. Sorry about that. The lighting was kind of messing with y'all's ability to see what I was working on. I'm going to get better at that with a little more experience. Okay, so I'm going to have to do an additional pass with the shade color. But I think I like this blue that I settled on. I think that works. I just need to, I just want, give me a second. I just want to wait for this paint to dry. Maybe there are a couple things I can work on in the meantime. No, maybe not. Oh wait, right here. I can do that. Voila. There's actually nothing to do right there. Nothing to do right there. This wing, though, I think I'm going to hit with a shadow. I don't think it's dry, though. Doesn't seem dry. And I did want to drop a shadow right here on the tail. Still not dry. So maybe I'm going to take this opportunity. I'm going to go get the gel pen real quick and just start dabbing away at some of this mess that I made over the course of this stream. This thing really is a lifesaver. Go in, clean up. I think all that's fine. Right here I need to clean up a bit. Right. Just eagle eyeing this. Go in here. Oh, and then this arm I actually do. Before I do that, I'm going to take the tape off because I want to move the paper around. Clear up some space. Ah, it's still messy. This one just... This painting just turned out so messy. Alright. Oh, right. That was what I wanted to do. Okay. Try and not mess it up. There's a couple little spots I'm gonna have to like touch up with a pen. But so far so good. Cool. I'm just looking over it. Here, I'll show you where I'm at currently. I'd say so far, not too bad. So I'm just gonna go take a pen and I'm gonna clean up a little bit of the line art. Some of that gel pen got over the line art a bit. I almost kind of like that line the way it is, but I don't know. You know what? Oh, right, I'm not done. I have one more thing I need to do. The flame. Which, you know, if I wanted... Oh, silly of me. I need to change my water. I need to change my water. Hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. So I was mixing like an orange and a yellow, and there was the residue of all this green in the water, and it mixes it, with what I was working with, and it makes this poopy, nasty looking color I can't do anything with. So that's on me. I'm gonna just get an orange. I'm gonna mix that up with a yellow. I can watch this real quick. I want more orange than yellow. But I do want it to be a lighter orange than what was coming out of the tube. Still, I kind of want it. I don't know. Maybe I should go with that. You know what? Let's go with it. Take a sip of water real quick, too. Stay hydrated. All right. So, let's try and make this work. I want to make sure it looks like it's coming out of his nose. Like that. I'm probably going to leave that white there. And what I might do... Okay, first of all, I'm going to let that dry real quick. And I'm going to outline it with a red. So I kind of want to wait a second, because if I don't give it enough time, right? You get a problem with the water. I can't find the English words to put it in. The water just screws it all up. Because it'll dilute into the water, and you'll get like a pattern. You won't get like a direct line, which is what I'm trying to go for right now, is get like a more of a line, unless it's just like a watercolor. If that makes sense. It'll make sense when I'm actually doing it. Well, I think it's dry. Guess there's only one way of finding out. It's per usual. And of course, the other thing that I'm thinking to myself, well, do I actually like that? It's a great question. Okay, I think that's done. I'm just gonna let it dry for a second, and then we can take another look at it. I just don't wanna. I've come too far to just mess it up now, right? Mm, yeah, it's not dry yet. Although I'm curious, how does it look? Maybe I'll do it on the Logitech camera. Yeah, it's still a little wet, but I think it should be okay. Woo! I don't know, better that camera or better this camera. I think it's better on this camera. Just the lighting's kind of lighting doesn't do a great job of conveying the colors. That will be my next thing to work on, improve the lighting. But yeah. And I'm probably going to end up doing another couple minutes of cleanup after the stream concludes. But thank y'all for hanging out this evening. I think I'm gonna call it. You think second camera looks best? All right, noted. Glad y'all are able to hang out tonight. Hope y'all have a great week coming up. I think, like I said, I think I'm gonna do some more streams this week, and I do want to do a landscape painting. I think I haven't done one in a second, and I guess as an update for anybody who has followed me on social media, the painting that I ended up giving away to the Airbnb folks that I was staying with, that was the nighttime painting. So I'm going to probably do another one of those nighttime paintings, because that was kind of an easy one to do, and I really like the way it looked, and I can kind of show y'all what my process is for it. Because I think that that's one that's pretty easy for like other people to do too. It's very, you just have to think about color shapes. So anyway, oh, you're welcome, Rainbow Cat. Thank you for hanging out. And like I said, I'll be doing this again. There's Beef Cat and Rainbow Cat. Like I said, we'll be doing this again in the near future. Probably Tuesday. We'll see. Anyway, like I said, y'all have a great night, great week ahead, and I'll see y'all when I see y'all. All right, bye.